as an older person, I wish that I didn't need this thing with me everywhere. Thank you, Morgan. I wish I didn't need to take this with me. Like I would just love, because I remember the good old days where you had to be where you're supposed to be on time and you made your phone calls. You didn't know who was calling, so you always answered the phone because you didn't know who it was going to be. We didn't have caller ID. We didn't have voicemail. We had none of that cool stuff that we have today. And you had a camera. Believe me, this is way easier to do it this way, to have all these things at your disposal. But this thing has definitely made people a little lazier. But it saves us a lot of trouble, right? What I mean by that is for young people here, when I started in real estate, you had to pay for everything. Every single little teeny ad cost a lot of money. You had to lay out all kind of money on print advertising, everything you did. I mean, you had to lay out money for everything and then pray that you sold a house. That was the worst part because sometimes I would spend, and we're talking 25 years ago, you would spend $1,000, 2,000 on advertising, print, and then close a deal. The prices of homes were not what they are today. Close a deal and make $5,000, and you spent 2,000 just in print ad. So that's a big difference right there. Where today I can market and I can advertise for free almost everywhere. And social media is one of those places you can't skimp because if we had the budget of crazy expensive stuff, we spent lots of money. We used to be spending lots and lots of money. There's a magazine called the DuPont Registry. Anything over back in those days, $1 million was like a $4 million house now. And you had to be in the DuPont Registry if you had any high-end property. And it was a $4,000 to be in the DuPont Registry. It was a thick book, but it was really thick, heavy pages, high gloss. Every page was like practically cardboard, but it was high gloss. And that's where people went to look at high-end homes. They didn't just call any realtor. You had to be in the DuPont Registry. That was expensive. Can you imagine taking a listing, Jenny, today, spending $4,000 on advertising? And by the way, you had to wait a month for it to come out. Wasn't like today that you put something out there and it's out immediately. You had to wait a month for it to come out. And then if that property didn't sell, oh well, you're out $4,000. That was it. That's how it worked. And that was how you did everything. Now I do an open house. I go in the MLS, put the date of the open house, hit enter. The open house shows up across the whole internet. The whole world knows you have an open house. Back then, you had to go to a local newspaper and take out a classified ad, 1.25 by 1.25 wide. In the classified was $35 every single week each. You had 10 listings. That's $350 one weekend, just for advertising, just one weekend. So the fact is, this stuff. That's why it doesn't annoy me, doesn't aggravate me, but it just baffles me that there are so many agents that don't even want to do the free stuff. It's free. Just go on there, man. I do look 10. I just go on there and social media post. It costs absolutely nothing. Jeanette just joined us. Jeanette, we're recording, just so you know. And Jeanette, I understand that your brother is doing a extermination job for one of Kelly's clients, or I don't know if he did or going to.
Yeah, he went on Saturday.
Very nice. We would like him to come visit us at one of our meetings. I don't know if he's available, but I think
I'm
that'd be
gonna
pretty
check
nice
with
for
him.
him to introduce because I'm thinking Kelly goes, I need an exterminator. I go, wait, who's an exterminator? I know we have an exterminator. And next thing, and she said, oh yeah, I used Jeanette's brother. I'm like, oh, that was the guy I was trying to remember. I had an exterminator. It's an interesting story. I think it's interesting. I had an exterminator, a friend of mine, at least 30 years ago. And he was telling me that somebody called on Thanksgiving and said, there's a raccoon in my attic. And he said, I'm telling you right now, I'm going to come over there and I'm going to get the raccoon. But it's like back then, this is a long time ago, it's $300. And go, why so much money? He goes, because it's Thanksgiving and I don't want to come out. So they said, okay, fine. He went over there and he literally caught the raccoon in 5 minutes. And he goes, $300. And the
Yep.
guy goes, I'm not going to pay you. It only took 5 minutes. He goes, did I tell you that I'm going to charge you $300 if I come out today? He goes, yeah. He said, I want $300. He goes, no, I'm not going to do it. He opened the thing and let the raccoon go. Let him back go into the house. The raccoon took off, went back up into the attic. And the guy goes, okay, okay, I'll pay you. And then he went and he caught him again.
That's crazy.
It was a good thing. Yeah. Yeah. Just let him go. Anyway, so it's a tough job and there's a lot more to it, like I said. And from the construction aspect, the amount of damage that happens because of rodents is tremendous. All right, what I'd like everybody to do today, I want everybody, I don't know if you already did last night, but I want everybody following everybody in the office. I don't know, to do your homework, we're going to have to follow, and I'm going to make everybody, Fred's working on it now. You should have it like right after lunch and learn's over, a list of all our agents. Never, never steal somebody else's client. So if somebody's walking into an open house, don't walk up to them and go, hey, I'm an agent. If you're not working with anybody, here's my card. Go get your own open house and do that. Don't steal from another brokerage firm somebody's client. Okay? That's not cool to do. And they will definitely file a grievance against you. So don't do that. And even if it's one of our open houses, unless you're working the open house, don't walk in there as a visitor, just popping in to take footage and then steal a client. So Jenny's doing an open house for 3 hours and you pull up to the house and there's a guy walking in and go, hey, if you don't have an agent, I'm your agent, when she's sitting there for 3 hours. Don't do that. Okay? It's not nice. And we don't function like that here in this office. Everybody here wants to see everybody do well, but we don't want to see you stealing something from somebody else. All right. So that's not cool to do. All right. So everybody has an assignment to do. Morgan, I'm looking forward to seeing your posts. Nicole, I'm going to follow and see the post you made. And Val, I'm glad Val left already, but that you went on to that place and turned me on to a new restaurant in the village. It was a Capital One bank for the longest time, and I had no idea that it was even a restaurant. So I'm going to go there. All right. Anything else? I'm going to wrap up a little bit early because I have an appointment. And what's the name of the place I'm going to? I'm going to Sweetgrass, right here in Tarrytown. Also, anybody free on Thursday morning? Thursday morning, Don,
Yes, I am.
you are. If you want to go to an inspection, I'll give you the address to where Donna and her partner Patricia are. They sold the house to to Patricia's niece and nephew-in-law, and they're doing the inspection on Thursday morning. So if you want, I'll give you the address. If you want to go meet them up there, to go on to an inspection, that's totally up to you. I'll get you the info. All right. Other
Oh,
than
I
that,
would love to. Thank you.
cool. Other than that, I will talk to you guys. Call me if you need me. Peace out.